Hello, my classy people. How y'all doing? My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm in the studios Thursday evening, and of course, turn your closed caption on. As always, you can see the narrative of each horse that we're describing and/or analyzing at the time. And again, our tip sheets for the Derby and the Oaks is going to be one price for both days, $20. Please email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. Thanks everybody for the early purchases. I'll get those out to you by the 4th or the 5th of next week, of course, in time for the Oaks on Friday, and of course the Big Guy tournament on Saturday. And of course, subscribe, ring the bell, do those things that you do to support your Speed King, and we do appreciate it. Most of all, that you stay classy. We really love that. Well, not only is Belmont back open, but the Twin Spirals is open, of course, right? You can't have the Derby if you're not at Churchill Downs. And on Saturday, coming up here, there is an overnight stake race, the Roxelana Stakes. That's right, it's for 4-year-olds and up, fillies and mares going 6 furlongs for $160,000. So the Roxelana's overnight stake race is a small field of 5. But, you know, we have an opinion in there, and what would it be if we're not doing Kentucky racing, of course. The Roxelana Stakes on Saturday. Well, Euphoric, the #1 horse. Very nice horse in her own right, of course. Trained by Bernard Flint. 3 wins from 15 starts, okay. 5 seconds, kind of a bridesmaid and 1/3. But this Frosted filly, 4 years old, is not a bad horse. Likes to run second more than she likes to win. She was beat by the #2 horse here, Chitera, only by a neck though, 7-2 that day, and then allows race March 12th at the fairgrounds. So again, to me, Euphoric does have an opportunity, is kind of speedy from the rail, and I wouldn't leave this one off my ticket because, you know, to me, speed has always been king, and most of all, the horse has the rail and should get out and, you know, beat the rest of the other 4 horses out of the gate here. Now, does have one of my jocks on him, up-and-coming young man, Gerard Corrales, of course. I play him a bunch down at Turfway, in Florence, Kentucky, of course. And I like Euphoric a whole bunch in here. Will be my first or second pick for sure, the #1, with Mr. Corrales in the yards. We talked a little bit about the #2 horse, Chitera. 6 wins from 15 starts. No, you didn't. I just said it. 6 wins from 15 starts on the #2, Chitera, and 3 seconds and 2/3. So that's 11 in the money from 15 starts for $186,000. That is extremely good. And this horse is by Daddy Long Legs, right? So this 5-year-old Chilean bred is very honest, hard-hitting horse. Kind of speedy. Don't think you're going to be able to get in front of Euphoric. But I'm telling you, it's hard to leave Chitera off our ticket. And most of all, just like the #1 has one of my favorite jocks, Gerard Corrales, up, the #2 Chitera has the crafty Jimmy Crab up, right? Jimmy doing Jimmy-like things, you know. And of course, the Chitera is probably going to be my 3rd pick in here in this small field of beautiful fillies in the Roxelana Stakes. The #2, 4-1 on the line. And Baroness, well, the #3 horse, Baroness, this 5-year-old by Baron has 4 wins from 10 starts, almost 50%. And again, it's very hard not to like this one. Sherry Duvall is our trainer. This is going, I'm telling you right now, this young lady, Sherry Duvall, used to be Chad Brown's assistant, is going to have a big splash, if you ask me, on the scene in terms of a female trainer hitting some of these major races in the next few years. I like her a bunch. She's clicking at 20% as a trainer, I know her husband is a bloodstock agent, and she's got some really, really nice connections. And of course, she worked for Chad Brown, and that's, you know, a training ground that is just beautiful, right? We don't have to mention that. And again, you know, Baroness is very nice here, 5-2 on the morning line. Now, I think, I don't know why the horse is 5-2. The speed figures are just okay, but they're still in realm with everybody else. But I don't like Baroness like that at 5-2. Sherry or no Sherry, but she does have Louie in the arms, right? But Baroness seems okay to me. I mean, I'm not crazy about him, and I hate the price of 5-2, particularly against horses like Euphoric and Churchill. And of course, you got the horse that's going to be my number one pick, the next horse, the number 4 Club Car. But I don't like Baroness in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do what I do. I'm going to throw the number 3 horse, Baroness, off the ticket here based on how I handicap comparing horses to themselves and where they were and where I think they're going to do today. And I mean, again, I love Sherry Duvall. She's going to be my next up-and-coming trainer, you know what I mean? And of course, there's several females out there that I love, none more than Valerie Ludd and Olivia. You know, I love a lot of these trainers out here. Victoria Oliver, of course, and you know, but again, I don't like Baroness in this spot. I just don't. And at 5-2, I'm taking a wait and see approach. I mean, of course, you could use them underneath, but I'm not using the number 3 Baroness, Sherry Duvall, or no Sherry Duvall in this one, right? We'll see how she does in this one. We're throwing the number 3 Baroness off the ticket. Well, we talked about the number 4 briefly as we discussed Baroness. Club Car. Well, here's going to be my top pick. I like this horse. This horse exits the Grade 1 Madison Stakes on April 9th at beautiful Keeneland. That was a $500,000 race. This is an unlisted $160,000 race. So the number 4 Club Car is getting a little class relief here. Was beat by just one time, of course, and you know, I think this horse is very speedy, should be able to sit in the catbird. Does have Corey Lanerie up. I'm not being a homer here because Corey's up, but just happens to be. And I just think that this horse is sitting on a really, really big race here and gets a class relief. Again, this one is 5-2 also. You don't typically see 2 5-2s on the morning line, or at least from what I'm looking at. Those may be some odds that I pulled in from some other databases that I look at. But Club Card, I like this horse and will be my number 1 pick for sure. From a Grade 1 to an overnight unlisted stake race today, we expect a 4 Club Card to win this race with our classy Corey Lanerie in the arms. The number 5 horse, right? Well, Carribean Caper. Well, look at this horse. I mean, what are you going to say about this 4-year-old? That's right, the number 5, Carribean Caper. This here horse by Spiegelstown has 5 starts and 5 wins. No, you didn't just say that. I said the number 5, Caribbean. I get excited when I see that because that just tells me the horse loves to run her eyeballs out. Caribbean Caper, 5 starts, 5 wins. Let me see you classy SpeedKing people knock this one. Well, you ain't gonna have to knock her. Your SpeedKing's gonna knock her. Well, I mean, okay, I get it. Caribbean Caper, 5 for 5, never done anything wrong. Albert Stalls is doing all the button pushing from the trainer's booth. I get it. You got Mr. Hernandez in the arms. And again, right, what are you going to say? The horse is making her 4-year-old debut. No, you didn't. So you're telling me, Mr. SpeedKing, from your own words, you said you love beautiful, beautiful 2-year-olds making their 3-year-old debut off of a 2-year-old line, and you love betting 4-year-olds making their debut off of a beautiful 3-year-old line. Well, you can't get a better line than 5 for 5 as a 3-year-old. Now Caribbean Caper's making her 4-year-old debut, so she should be bigger, faster, and fresher, right? Oh my God, 217 days ago, the last time we seen this horse at Churchill on September 25th. And Hernandez had always been in the arms. This horse won the Grade 3 stake race to Dogwood. Not gate to wire, sat in the catbird seat and just circled him and did his work did her work by 6. So again, the number 5 is 8-5 on the morning line. Caribbean Caper. I mean, what are you going to say? I want to see this here filly run. I mean, making her 4-year-old debut, Caribbean Caper. They paid $250,000 for this one in the September 19 sale. And this is a fun race. It's only 5 horses. It ain't like the Santa Anita 5 horses. I mean, this is a nice, fun race. And it makes it even more attractive when you got a filly making her 4-year-old debut that was 5 for 5 as a 3-year-old. I like this horse a little bit in this spot. But I'm telling you right now, I know she can flat out run. I know she can. But my top pick is still going to be Club Car. Why? Because again, Club Car is very, very speedy. Not going to get in front of my other horse, the number 1 Euphoric with Corrales up. But again, I think maybe Caribbean Caper gets beat here. Right? I don't know. What you telling me? So as always, though, I'm going to go ahead and use the Caribbean Caper as our 3rd pick, of course. How you going to throw a filly out making her 4-year-old debut that's 5 for 5, making her 4-year-old debut and never done anything wrong, you know what I mean? And again, she is a Grade 3 winner, and these are overnight horses. So again, our 3rd pick will be the Caribbean Caper. I want to see this race. This is a fun race. Let me know what you think. So, in your Roxelana stakes over there, beautiful Churchill, of course. 9th race on Saturday, 6 panels, a small field of 5, but some storylines to tell for sure. We like the number 4 Club Card, right? Again, we like the last race on it. The horse is getting some class relief in here. Does have my guy, Corey Lannery. You heard me say it once, you heard me say it twice. Anytime you're in Kentucky and you're doing any racing at any of the 3 or 4 tracks that's over there, my favorite circuit, Kentucky, you always want to find what Corey Lannery is, particularly when you're at Churchill and, of course, Keeneland. Corey Lannery knows those tracks like the back of his hand. Of course, others do too. But again, it's like being in Jersey and Joe at Monmouth Park and Joe Bravo's on the ground. You better know where he is, right? Why? He's Jersey Joe. He knows his way around that racetrack. And it's the same thing with Mr. Lannery, right? Pay attention in the Derby for sure. And of course, Club Car to me is getting a big class relief coming out of the Madison. So, and the speed figures are nice. So I'm going to have the number 4 Club Car on top at 5-2 with my guy Corey Lannery in the arms. Carl Brook doing all the signal calling from the trainer's booth. And our second pick is going to be the number 1 horse, which with its tremendous value, Euphoric, at 6-1 with Mr. Corrales sitting up there. He will be on the engine, y'all. I like the number 1 at 6-1, please. All right, so it's going to be Club Car, the number 4, and the number 1 Euphoric. Right, with Gold Corrales. I got both of my jocks in the arms there. I got Lannery on Club Car doing what he does, Lannery type thing. And I got my boy Corrales on the rail at even money. It's going to feel like we're down in Florence, Kentucky at Turfway. Do what you do, Corrales. Hey, I like the 1. He's not a 6-1. And again, on the rail. So we like 4-1. And of course, our 3rd pick, who's going to be on all of our pick 3s as well, is Caribbean Caper. I want to see this filly win. I mean, she's 5 for 5, done nothing wrong, making her 4-year-old debut. Albert Stalls has done an outstanding job with this Caribbean Caper horse, 5 for 5, right? I mean, it's a nice filly, right? And again, for us, we like 4, 1, 5. The 5 horses undefeated. It's going to be a fun race, and it's only 5 horses. Always get excited about Kentucky racing. It is my home, my old Kentucky home, right? As always. So there it is, folks. Back at Churchill, Derby time. The fever is starting up. We might as well get the party started with the Roxelana Stakes on Saturday, 9th race, as we watch a filly 5 for 5 Caribbean Caper see what she can do on her 4-year-old return. 4, 1, 5 in that order. Churchill, 9th race. See you there. As always, stay classy in everything you do. And you know if they go low, we go high. Stay classy, y'all.